Gator Bait Adventures Edition 5, Vampire Warfare. When Gator first started training for war, he was so wide open that he would knock stuff over. He was a bull in the china cabinet. The sergeant, a hefty 10-foot-tall Pleiadian, had to retrain him to do half rolls and quarter rolls. Then the commanding officer, an 11-foot-tall Draconian, commanded him to roll again, then again. So he was making half rolls and quarter rolls repeatedly for hours. They didn't care which rolls he did. They just wanted him under more control, so he wasn't knocking over mermaids, penguins, unicorns, Bigfoot, talking trees, and his food and water dish. Gator was an excellent soldier, well prepared and equipped for any battle. He had the best team a dog like Gator could ask for, to teach him how to fight and to prepare him emotionally, mentally, and physically for the strategic journey ahead. He ended up being so attentive to his training that he sometimes didn't even look real behind enemy lines. He worked hard, training 3 hours a day for 3 years straight. True story, 3 hours a day for 3 years straight. The war against the vampire invasion begins. A Draconian named Drusilla tried to use burnt motor oil on Gator. This is cruel for so many reasons, and it does not work to kill any vampires. It is an effective weapon on the battlefield. Vampires drink blood and drain you of your nutrients and energy. Vampires are the mange mite. The only way to kill this breed of vampire, known as the Outlander Demodex, is by poisoning them through their food supply, and to do that you have to poison their victim's blood. You have to keep attacking their shelters, lairs, and nests. Outlander Demodex is the only breed of vampire that can be killed. The other breed of vampire, known as Smithsonian Sarcoptic Reptilian, not to be confused with Outlander Demodex, kills everything that crosses its path, and they cannot be conquered or killed. And if you noticed, I add names, but I left it in there so you could tell that the vampire was the mite. Sarcoptic mange mite, Demodex mange mite. I tried to leave it where it was noted, but changed everything out as much as I could. The war was hot and passionate, and Gator was running a fever and vomiting. Gator had already run the battle with the alien invasion of tapeworm and another battle with the haunting of a ghostly roundworm. He was tired and feverish, and he called Archangel Michael to come and back him up. That's when Archangel Michael told the Draconian that it was cruel to attempt treating Gator without even knowing what type of vampire he was dealing with. The Draconian is my dad, who used the motor oil, as mentioned in the introduction. That they needed to know if it was Smithsonian Sarcoptic Reptilian or Outlander Demodex. The Archangel said that burnt motor oil can cause a variety of health issues, burn skin and eyes, clog the nose and sinus cavities, and cause respiratory issues, among other problems. It won't kill the vampires, so he would have been tortured with other health issues, like respiratory issues and pain, and still wouldn't have been saved from the vampires. The most humane thing to do when under attack by the Smithsonian Sarcoptic Reptilian is to euthanize the victim. And then I switched the picture backwards. I flipped it to protect their rights, because that's a thing, but I figured it was no different if I flipped it and it was spelled backwards and you just read it backwards. Because people draw pictures like of things with coffee, like Starbucks, the Starbucks logo, but they don't say Starbucks on them, but it's the Starbucks logo on the cup of coffee and a lot of cartoons and stuff, but slightly different, and I figured that would be allowed, so I flipped the thing backwards so that the words would be backwards, and I hope that's okay. I believe it is.